Can you just answer the question? What is it with Labour politicians that none of you ever seem to want to answer a question? Are you hiding something, or do you hold us all in so much contempt that you've no intention of answering? You answer Labour because probably the Mayor's office have written the questions for them. But when it comes to the rest of us, you do not answer properly.
Sadiq Khan came under fire from Susan Hall, caught dodging tough questions on the grooming gang scandal with endless waffle and clock-watching instead of clear, direct answers. No stance, no clarity, just polished deflection and that all-too-familiar smugness. The real frustration isn't just the words, it's the attitude. When the city's mayor seems more intent on evading accountability than confronting pressing issues head-on, it sparks a deeper question. Is City Hall even paying attention? Watch closely, you'll see the disconnect for yourself.
We touched on this yesterday at the Budget Committee, Mr. Mayor, so I know you'll have the answer for me. And I asked you how much additional funding is being used to support the Metropolitan Police review into 9,000 historic cases to reassess for the potential of grooming gang involvement. So can I have that figure?
Good morning. Thanks for your question. So just to remind them, I'm not sure she's aware. So at the moment, what the Met is doing is re-examining those thousands of cases of child sexual exploitation going back 15 years.
That's what I just said. Yeah.
And the next phase is when the NCA and NPCC work with the Met Police Service to see how many of those cases require re-investigation. That's when the Met Police will have an idea in relation to the cost, and the government has said, based on what Louise Casey said, let me go back, Louise Casey had said when she did her report that the government should provide the support to individual police forces in terms of additional reinvestigation work undertaken. So the expectation is, if there's reinvestigation, the cost of the reinvestigation will come from central government, because what we don't want to do is be drawing money away from contemporary investigations, which have got to happen.
So you'll push for that?
It's really important.
Well, it is important
because if we don't get additional support, those horrible cases taking place now will be let down, and we can't afford another generation of young people let down.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. But it's interesting now that you realise how important it is. Do you regret saying at the MQT last June, and I'll quote you, "There are no reported cases and no indication of grooming gangs in London"? Do you regret saying that now?
The starting point of all my answers has been to talk about the victims and survivors. And I'm quite clear in terms of victims and survivors in London. The situation is complex. That's not my experience. That's the experience of the Commissioner, the Deputy, the Assistant Commissioner, and many others.
Do you regret saying there were no instances of grooming gangs that you could see? Bearing in mind, that was June, and I actually asked you about grooming gangs, or rape gangs, as I will call them, in January.
It's because I take this issue so seriously that in 2023, not in June last year, I personally asked Her Majesty's Inspector, as it was then, to look into child protection in the Met Police Service, and we've acted on all the recommendations, which is why there's been a threefold increase in cases solved. It's because of my concern about this issue. We have now
right, we're on the clock.
Approach.
I would think if you were that concerned, you wouldn't have pretended last January that you didn't know what I was talking about.
He's not just sidestepping questions, he's backflipping on his own words. Last year, he outright denied that grooming gangs were a problem in London. Now, suddenly, he's deeply concerned about thousands of reports he previously claimed didn't exist. Which is it? You can't spend months dismissing an issue, then pivot overnight and expect everyone to act like nothing happened. This isn't leadership, it's damage control, a textbook attempt to rewrite history, save face, and hope the public forgets. But people do remember. Ignoring concerns until pressure forces your hand raises one blunt question: were you oblivious, or simply unwilling? Either way, it's a harsh spotlight on someone meant to lead the capital.
We'll go on. You've previously said that MOPAC had included an expectation of additional funding because they and you are incredibly ambitious, I'm quoting, but they were wrong twice. They got it wrong between November and January, and then they got the figures wrong between January and February. Now, I'm assuming they did speak to the Home Office in between. So if they did, you know, who's wrong here? Did they speak to the Home Office and get the wrong information? Or did your government give them the wrong information?
So which figure does the member mean?
The figures, if you look at the budget, which I'm sure you have done, the figures that they were estimating that you were going to get were very, very wrong in all those occasions. So MOPAC has got it wrong.
Well, I think, Chair, this is a really good example of the different approaches, neither of which are wrong, of financial advice. So my CFO and the GLA has been criticised at the office of for being too prudent when it comes to the draft budget being published and the final budget and not allocating reserves until she was confident to do so.
The question was, did they talk to the Home Office?
No, MOPAC's been criticised for being ambitious in
Can
relation
you
to
just answer the question? What is it with Labour politicians that none of you ever seem to want to answer a question? Are you hiding something, or do you hold us all in so much contempt that you've no intention of answering? You answer Labour because probably the Mayor's office have written the questions for them. But when it comes to the rest of us, you do not answer properly. And now you're relying on David to give you answers. And you can rely on him, he gets it right. Unfortunately, MOPAC haven't. You often don't. So can you just answer yes or no? Did they speak to the Home Office before they put those figures in? Yes or no?
And so now MOPAC's been criticised for being ambitious in the estimates in terms
I'm out of
what
time.
we can receive
Chair, can you
next year.
take it back? He never answers a damn question and we're all fed up with it.
It's both. They dodge questions because they hold the public in contempt and because they're desperately hiding incompetence. Time and again, Sadiq Khan has refused to answer critical issues with clarity, choosing instead long-winded rambles, rehearsed lines, and the classic tactic, run down the clock and move on. No accountability, no real explanation, just polished deflection and avoidance. People notice when a politician keeps talking around a question instead of facing it head-on. They start connecting the dots, seeing the pattern of evasion and half-truths. That's when trust erodes, reputations weaken, and the political timer starts ticking. Keep this up and his time as mayor won't just be questioned, it will be running out before he even realizes it.